Hello everybody. So today is our first summer reading teen program. And we are so excited. Of course you know that it's all online, and so we're hoping that you're joining us. But it'll be there for you. You can look at it later if you need to. But our theme for this week is a hero's journey. And we're learning about heroes. And a lot of you know heroes. We see them every day. I know that you know that they're the nurses. They are the police officers that keep the roads safe. They are the firemen. But we don't always think about the everyday people, you and me. So a hero can be somebody who opens the door for somebody. It might be you're just smiling at somebody who's having a bad day. So there's so many ways that you can be a hero. So I've collected some books from around the library of people that are some of my heroes. So one of my heroes is Rosa Parks. And Rosa Parks, this is a book that's in the library. It's called Rosa. It's by Nikki Giviani, illustrated by Brian Coyer. And the interesting thing about Mrs. Rosa Parks is she decided she wasn't going to get up. That's how, she showed that she was a hero. She didn't run into a burning building. She didn't, she wasn't a nurse. She wasn't all the different things that we thought a hero would be. But she was, because she decided to remain seated. And in the way, she started a whole movement. Over here we have I Am Malala. And this is by Malala Yousafzai. She's she's actually a young woman now, but at the time she wrote this book, she was a young girl. And she was brave enough to advocate for women's education. And because she did that, it actually put her life at risk, and she almost lost her life. But she kept fighting, and she's still fighting, advocating for women today. This is called Mighty Justice, My Life in Civil Rights by Dovey Johnson Roundtree. And she is actually from Charlotte and had such a big role. And to read this, you learn so much about history and her life and her parents and her grandparents' life. And she is a true hero. And then sometimes you don't even realize that you are a hero. You're a hero just by saying your thoughts. Anne Frank did not even realize that she was a hero. She was just writing in her diary. But it was at a time in history that, we learned so much just by reading her diary. And I would suggest anybody that is interested to come and check out this book and read it. Okay, so today we are writing a message with invisible ink. And all you need, of course, you need paper, you need a lemon, you do need a knife, and you'll probably want a parent with you when you do this, and a bowl, some Q-tips, and something like a hair dryer. You can also use an iron, but a hair dryer is probably the safest. So, but it's going to put heat to the paper so that our message shows up. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut the lemon. I also have a lemon squeezer, but I'm going to try not to use it. Hopefully we won't need it. So I'm just going to cut it in half. We're just going to squeeze some juice into the bowl, and you really are not going to need that much. Good. Okay, so that worked pretty good. We didn't need the squeezer, so I'm going to sit that right there. I've also got some paper towels just in case it gets messy. And you take your Q-tip and you're going to dip it into the lemon juice, and make sure you get the tip soaked, and then you're going to write your message on your paper. Dipping it back. So, it's still wet, but we're going to let it dry. And once we've let it dry, I'm going to use the hair dryer to heat it up so that our message appears. So, in thinking about heroes, I immediately thought about one of my favorite movies. And it also made me think about all these wonderful women that I highlighted here of the books. And it's kind of a sad movie. It's from 1989. It's called Dead Poets Society. And it was written by Tom Shulam. But it starred Robin Williams. I don't know if you've ever heard of Robin Williams. But in this movie, he is a professor or a teacher at a boarding school. And he teaches the young man that he works with about their voices and how important it is to share their voices. And this is a quote from the movie. It says, "We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. And medicine, law, business, engineering, these are all noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are all what we stay alive for." To quote Whitman, and Whitman was a poet, "O me, O life, of the questions of these reoccurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish. What good amid these? O me, O life, answer that you are here, that life exists in identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be?" So sometimes your verse might be music. Your verse might be written word. You may write poetry. You may do beautiful artwork. You may actually use your voice, either singing or just speaking whatever is coming out of your brain, or it might be through your journals. Whatever that might be, we encourage you to share your voice. And see what the message is. And I'm going to turn this to the hot setting, and we'll go ahead and I'm going to hold it down so it doesn't blow away. Okay, so I've been trying the hair dryer, and while it's sort of working, it's not working as fast as I'd like it to. So now I have turned on a iron, and we're going to see if that works better. Now, I have, just for safety purposes, so that I protect the table, I have gotten some fabric to put underneath my paper to see if the iron works better. Let's see. very light, but I believe you'll be able to read it. What will your verse be? Please let us know by sending us your own secret messages. Thank you. So I am asking all of you to enter into this conversation. I want to know, what is your verse? How are you going to share your voice? I want you to use the invisible ink. I want you to write us a message and tell us. You might draw a picture with your invisible ink. You might write a poem. You might decide to write a song or just tell us something that you're passionate about. So if you would, make your invisible ink, and then after you have written your message, share it with us. Tag HBA Library and let us see it. And then hopefully we'll get to share some of them. We look forward to hearing your message.